Once upon a time in the kingdom of Aramo, there was a young prince named Elias. Unlike the fairy tales of old, Elias' world was one of real people with real struggles. His father, King Alden, was a wise and fair ruler, but the kingdom faced many challenges, including poverty and unrest in the outlying regions. One day, while Elias was on a diplomatic mission to a distant village, he heard a strange story from the villagers. They spoke of a young woman, once a princess from a neighboring kingdom, who had been cursed by a malevolent sorcerer. According to the villagers, she had been transformed into a fox and roamed the nearby forest. Most dismissed it as a mere legend, but Elias was intrigued. Determined to investigate, Elias ventured into the forest. For days, he trekked through the dense woods, facing the harsh realities of the wilderness. He lived off the land, enduring sleepless nights and constant vigilance against wild animals. His resolve was tested, but his determination never wavered. One evening, as he set up camp near a clear stream, Elias spotted a lone fox watching him from a distance. Its eyes, strikingly human, held a look of intelligence and sorrow. Elias spoke softly to the fox, recounting the stories he had heard. To his surprise, the fox approached cautiously, as if understanding his words. Over the next few days, Elias formed a bond with the fox. He shared his food and spoke to it as he would a friend. The fox never strayed far, always returning to him after foraging in the forest. Elias began to believe that this fox might indeed be the enchanted princess. Determined to break the curse, Elias sought out the village's oldest and wisest resident, an herbalist named Elias. Elias knew of ancient remedies and rituals that had been passed down through generations. She provided Elias with a concoction made from rare herbs and instructed him to administer it to the fox under the light of the full moon. That night, as the moon rose high, Elias coaxed the fox to drink the potion. The air seemed to crackle with energy as the fox lapped up the liquid. Suddenly, the fox convulsed and collapsed. Fearing he had made a grave mistake, Elias rushed to its side. In a flash of light, the fox transformed into a young woman, her eyes filled with gratitude and relief. She introduced herself as Seraphina, the princess who had been cursed years ago. Seraphina explained that the sorcerer had sought to seize her kingdom, and when she refused his advances, he condemned her to live as a fox. Elias and Seraphina returned to the village, where the villagers were awestruck by her story. With her newfound freedom, Seraphina vowed to rebuild her kingdom and repay the kindness she had received. Elias, moved by her strength and determination, offered his support. Together, they traveled back to Aramo, where Seraphina was welcomed with open arms. King Alden, seeing the bond between his son and the princess, offered assistance to help Seraphina reclaim her kingdom. Over time, Elias and Seraphina's alliance grew stronger, rooted in mutual respect and shared goals. Through their combined efforts, they restored peace and prosperity to both kingdoms. Their story became a testament to the power of courage, compassion, and the belief that even the most extraordinary tales have their roots in reality.